Hello and welcome to move number 6. I can't believe we've got to move number 6. The 34 mat-based Pilates moves, this is number 6. And you'll recognise this one because it's one that we quite often achieve in class, or certainly we go a long way towards it. And this one is called the one leg stretch or single leg stretch. And you'll see from the pictures, it's far more like a sort of a conventional sit-up really. Start lying on our start lying on our backs. Bring a knee up to chest. Alternate the legs like you're on a little step machine, and then lie back down again. And you'll be pleased to know that it says start out by doing it 5 times on each leg, and then later on you may be able to progressively and safely increase to 12 times with each leg. So that would be 24 in total. It says the chin must touch the chest. Well, I'm not sure if I can make mine do that, it nearly does. You must be able to see your toes, and heels must be raised about 2 inches. So I'm going to show you the full version, and then I'm going to show you how we modify it in class, and if there's anything that you need to be aware of. Okay, are you ready? So I've got Max snoring over here. That's quite funny. So you're lying your entire body and resting on the mat or the floor. So that's how we start. Lying down. I can do that bit. Bend your head forwards until the chin touches the chest. Then slowly, while inhaling, clasp your hands and pull one leg in as tightly as possible to your chest and take your glasses off. So at this point, are you in an imprint or neutral? What's happening to your lower back? So it may be that when you're lying flat, you've got a natural hollow behind your waist, but when you retract your chin, tuck it towards your chest, curl up and then bring a knee in, you'll feel that the waist, the lower back goes onto the floor into a chin tuck and an imprint. So we're going to have the outside hand low down on the outside of the ankle and the inside hand on the inside of the knee. Now, he's not actually doing that. Looking at the pictures, he's just literally, well, he is actually slightly, but he's just holding his shin. But I think if you reach down, the way I was taught was that if you reach down with your outside hand, it pulls the shoulder down and helps you to get your posture good, so you're not hunching up with the shoulder girdle. So then the other leg lifts 2 inches off the floor. This is the full version, pointed toes. And then you change, clasp that leg. Notice my hand is low down on the outside. And then change. That's 2, 3, chin to chest, 4, 5, and release. Leg goes down and you rest. Okay, so the point of the exercise is that we're really working the deep core muscles. It's asymmetrical, which means that your body wants to twist a little bit with the weight of one leg, but you're not letting it. You're working your deep neck flexors, you're working the upper abdominals to sink the rib cage down, and you're maintaining an imprint. So the important thing here is that you don't curl your head up and dome the tummy, or bring the leg in and then the tummy bulges up. So we're looking for an imprint. Now, of course, physics, when our leg is at full length, the lower leg, then it's quite a heavy lever and it's quite near the floor. Whereas if we take the leg higher, more vertical, then that body weight is coming down into the pelvis and helping with the imprint and therefore taking the pressure off the abdominals. So what do we tend to do in class? A couple of things, first of all, to say is that sometimes when people curl up with their head, it puts quite a bit of pressure on the abdomen because the head is quite heavy. And if you've got any kind of prolapse issues or neck issues, you might feel it's too much like bearing down on the pelvic floor. So you might want to get yourself a cushion and have your head on a cushion or yoga block so that your head is off the floor but supported, rather than down on the floor. Sorry, rather than in the air unsupported. So looking for head support if you need it. Leave your head down if curling up doesn't suit your body. So in class, what you'd find me saying, and the way for you to practice here, first of all, is to find neutral spine, leave your head down, and then exhale to imprint. So the waist has gone down. And we start with very simple alternating knee lifts. So we know this. It's keeping the imprint, rib cage tucked down, switching off the neck, but keeping that deep core engaged and the surface tummy muscles. The obliques are working, your diagonal tummy muscles, because they are what's pulling your pelvis up towards your ribs and giving you that curved spine or flatter spine. So that would be a build-up move, alternating knees in an imprint. Then, of course, you can bring one leg in, keep it there. Exhale, tummy down. Bring the second leg up, keep it there. And then you might just toe dip in the water, keeping your foot fairly close to your bottom so that it's a shorter lever. As you get stronger, you might take your foot further away so that it's a longer lever. Then you might straighten the leg out at 45 degrees, fairly strong lever. So that's all about keeping your head down, keeping the technique, keeping the imprint, and not adding in extra weights of your head and your arms. Yeah? Have a rest, have a little cuddle. So those build-up moves where your feet are on the floor when you're doing knee lifts, or your legs are in the air and you're doing toe dips, all in an imprint, those build-up moves can be done any time, really. You don't have to warm up to them. You just need to lie on the floor and do them. So, what are the things that people tend to struggle with if we were to do this move? So we start with our legs out straight, chin towards chest, exhale, curl up. I've not imprinted yet, but I can feel my waist going down a bit. One leg comes in, hand on the outside, clasp the shin and pull it in. Try and get your head to your knee and your knee to your head. So what people often struggle with is the neck and the weight of the head. So rather than putting your hands behind your head, although I suppose you could, couldn't you? You could do this as a modification. That gives you a nice reciprocal curve on the spine, so it's quite good from that point of view. Just feels more comfortable really with the head in the air for me. So that's one option. The other option is to get the neck stronger over time. And if you come up with your chin lifted, you'll feel that it comes up and then you tuck it down and it feels really heavy and hard work. So the key technique really to lifting the head and getting used to it is to retract the chin first. So you draw the chin back towards your throat. You'll feel the back of your head slide up the floor a bit. That gives you deep neck flexor activation. You breathe in with your chin tucked down. Exhale, fold up. Then you can bring a leg in. One hand down on the outside, up on the inside. And then you can lift your other leg and play around with this height. What you'll find is that if your head gets tired here, you might want to turn it side to side just to give it a little bit of a rest. Or it might be that you've started to look up, and usually our body goes where our eyes go. So if you find that your neck is straining and you're thinking, ooh, heavy, then just check for me that your gaze hasn't gone up. Keep it down and off you go. The moment you think, it's all getting a bit much, come down, reset, roll your head from side to side, relax. Take a moment to chill. He says let's start with 5 pairs, building up to 12. So it's okay to do a few, stop, rather than trying to do them all in one go. So, either leave your head down, folks, or curl it up. We're going to take a breath in. Retract the chin, remember that activates the deep neck flexors. Exhale, curl up. Bring one leg in, your hand on the outside is low. You pull your shin into your chest, forehead to knee, knee to forehead, and I'm looking down at my feet, and then change, 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 change. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. And then release. And then you may want to just have a little release from side to side. Oh, that's nice. So no great shakes for that one. All being well, that should feel familiar to you. And It's a really straightforward one to start simple with alternating knee lifts, toe dips in the water, lengthen the lever, add in the head if that's appropriate for you. So when we start doing that move this month, that should be very familiar. And I look forward to seeing your technique being bob on.